there is nothing better than feeling like you have found your partner. Not only a partner, somebody that loves you, but somebody that you can do business with and life with.
Yep, and that's so rare. There's a reason why it's so rare.
Yeah.
But I mean, long story short, this could be a 3-day conversation. Yes, I was engaged. Beautiful proposal.
It was.
Went out of the way. My family was there. Friends were there. Absolutely beautiful. I don't want to say it was fake. I don't want to say it was fake because I know at some point the love was there. I feel like that shifted when people get so consumed with money and greed, and the list could go on. I can say with a confident yet relaxed heart that I was conned.
Welcome to The Dash. You know, The Dash is that tiny line between your life start date and end date. It's your story, the chapters in your book, your journey. Get ready for real conversations with real people telling real stories about the realities of failure, setbacks, and success. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. We're rolling. Let's go. The Dash in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Lady J. Welcome to The Dash Podcast. Y'all, I'm so excited about my next guest. Y'all will be too when y'all see who it is. Ooh. But before I introduce you to our guest, please do me a favor. Click and subscribe. I need you to subscribe, comment, share. Thank you guys so much so far for the love and support that you've given me. And I hope you're liking all the stories. Let me know what you think about it. But our next guest, you know, there are just certain people in life that have the it factor. And this woman has literally the it factor. She, from the moment I met her, she does so much, you guys. I mean, she's amazing. I'm glad that she agreed to come on the podcast. Her name is Brandi Vonne. She is the owner of 73rd Wine and Spirits.
Wine and Spirits, yes, ma'am.
She is a boss. Okay, Brandi, we got to jump into it because you dance, you're a fitness instructor, you're a business owner, like you're a model.
Yes,
like
ma'am.
You do it. Like there are certain people that it's just like you look at and you're like, dang, she does it all.
Thank
and
you.
You do it effortlessly.
Thank you.
So let's talk about that. So you have a liquor store now.
I have a liquor store. So me and my parents, we had an amazing opportunity to open up a liquor store. My sister, who passed about 3 years ago, was an amazing bartender, amazing mixologist, and she used to always tell my parents, y'all need to do a daiquiri shop. Like, we need to do a daiquiri shop.
That's
like,
dope.
She loved New Orleans, was super heavy into daiquiris. And we got an opportunity, like a liquor store closed, and we were just driving by one day, and I was like,
That's
the one.
Ooh.
That's the one. And so the story is like, we're going to do you one better, sis. We're going to do you a liquor store. So everything is named after her birthday. It's called 73rd. Her birthday was July 3rd. So just it's a homage to her and just doing it all in honor of her.
So I talked about, you know, that you do all the things. You're a social media influencer. I'm sure a lot of people that are watching probably like, oh my God, I've seen her on social media before. Follow her on Instagram for sure. I remember just a couple of years ago, you actually were selected to do Skims.
Oh, yes.
Which was a dream. You had a billboard.
That was a dream.
I mean, literally watching you from the outside, you're one of those people that is like, things just like happen for you. But that's why we talk about the dash.
Absolutely.
Because I think that in life, what we do is we see people's snapshots. And so we look at your page and we're like, oh my gosh, she's so popping. She's so pretty. She just, I mean, like you're living the dream, but people really don't know there's a story behind all that. We all have a struggle. We all have things that we've gone through. We all have dealt with hurt.
Yeah.
So I really want to kind of dig deep. Who is Brandi Vonne? And do not cry on this show today, girl, because you're going to make me start crying. Who is Brandi? Like, who is the Brandi that most people don't know?
I won't get into the depth of it yet, but my outside, I feel like I'm a goofball. Like my friends, we joke, we laugh all day. I am the biggest cornball. I love comedy. I love Jim Carrey. So if you know Jim Carrey and you know his type of comedy, like that's me. Like I'm corny,
definitely corny.
corny, Will Ferrell, corny, like that's me.
Will Ferrell.
I love movies. I love music. I've always been into entertaining. I've always been into fashion. I've always been into anything, the arts. So I think that's where my creativity, and I've tapped into so many different parts of it. Like you said, the singing, the dancing, the acting, all that kind of goes hand in hand. Because I just have such a love and appreciation for artists and for creators, and being able to tell your story through art. And what's beautiful now is the social media, which is where people are kind of able to see that outside, like, oh, she likes when you go to my page, I want you to know 3 things. I want you to know what I like, what I do day to day, and I'm not gonna say dislikes, but when you go to my page, you're like, oh, I know she likes fashion, I know she likes to drink, and I know she loves her family.
Yes.
And I feel like that's what you get, is what you see on my page.
I agree.
So outside of that, and if you go deeper, I love business. I grew a love for business. I never even thought that I would have a liquor store or be able to open, sneaker stores and clothing stores. And that's just been me kind of following my path that God has me down. He's like, okay, yep, you're going to do this next. Okay. The fitness stuff was cool. I feel like that helped me to inspire women and get these really close relationships with women and help people and empower them through fitness and through wellness and health. Yeah. And, after that, it's like, okay, next. And I feel like God is just guiding me. And he's like, okay, you did that. Next, check that off the list. And now here I am in this amazing businesswoman role that I just fell in love with, that is just so much fun. And I love that I'm doing what I love. Like, truly, I love liquor. I love to drink. I love fashion. I love to dress.
I don't know if you should have a liquor store then. Is it going to be any left on the shelf?
I say it all the time. I'm like, these people messed up. They done gave me a liquor store. They gave me a liquor store.
Well, okay, you talked about family, and I want you to stop me if I dig too deep.
Okay.
Before I really, really knew you, you always talk about your sister. This is the part of the dash that a lot of people don't get a chance to experience. You say you lost your sister, which you still always. Like, you are always talking about her. You're always bringing her up. You're always paying homage to your sister. How was that for you? Because I know you still deal with it on a day to day. Is that part of the reason why you go so hard?
I do. And honestly, to this day, this is 3 years later, and I still have my days. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this morning, I was so close to, we have so much to do with the liquor store opening and all that, but I was so close to I want to lay in bed today. Like, I feel really empty right now. But also being up there because my family is super heavily involved, and not just my mom and my dad, but like my uncles, like my cousins are up there. So they pour into me, and that's what honestly helped me to get up. But yeah, like I talk about her so much because that was like my dog. Like, I always brag on the fact that I'm like, there's so many people that don't like their siblings, that do not get along with their siblings or don't speak to their brothers and sisters. And I'm like, y'all have no idea. Like, she was not only my sister, like, that was my best friend. Like, we were 5 years apart, best friend. And it took a very, 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 very hard toll on me. And I get the strength now by just paying, you said, homage to her, and just making sure that everything I do through her. And I don't feel like it's just me walking life by myself. I truly feel like she holds my hand every single day and is like, you got this, sis. Like, you got this. I'm right here. Obviously I'm not here presently, but that's why I just acknowledge her so much, because I feel her presence so strong. And I just make sure that people, I'm like, if you didn't know her, you're going to know her through me. Yeah. That's why I got it on my ankle. I got it. I was like, I don't even know. I'm going to have Brittany. Well, I'm not going to put her name, but I have her name in Arabic, but it's just everywhere. You're going to know her.
I love that.
Yeah.
One thing that you didn't mention that people don't know about you is that, you have this image on the outside, but you really have this sweet, you are like the sweetest, kindest person I've ever met, and have always been super consistent, because a lot of people will look at you and they're gonna assume 1,000,001 things. It's unfortunately when you come with a pretty package, girl, that's just what happens.
And I've gotten that, but it's free to be kind. You have to.
Yeah,
it's free. I think if you're ugly or you have this like aggressive personality about yourself, I'm like, that makes you so ugly.
Yeah.
Like, just be kind. It's free to be kind. It's free to give somebody a compliment. It's free to uplift somebody, especially as women. And I think that women can't be intimidated by a pretty girl and think, oh, she like back in the day, oh, she thinks she all that. Da, da, da. Like, no, I think you're all that. And I'm going to tell you that. And I want to uplift you because you just never know who you can impact by just the kindest word, a compliment, anything. And I stand on that. And I always try to do that once a day. I always challenge myself. Like, I either want to, do a random act of kindness, or I want to compliment somebody. I want to smile at somebody. Like, it's truly free to be kind. And you don't know what people go through on a daily basis. And you don't know how you can impact their day by a simple smile or a thank you or hold their door or pay it forward at Starbucks, like buy their coffee. Like I do that all the time.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier, like today was one of those days that you didn't really feel like getting out of bed because you were feeling empty. And that's one of those things, like, people don't know, like, we sit in the bed and we cry. Like, sometimes life can feel so lonely. Even though we know we have a great support system, life can feel so lonely. I want to fast forward. Oh, Lord, I don't even know how to get into this, Brandi. So let me see. Where was that?
We got time.
Where was that? That was last year. Last year, I got a call. Gotta come support Brandi because there's this beautiful proposal that's about to take place. Brandi gets engaged. Then next thing we know, you're buying these stores. And I mean, all of these great things are happening for you, like in the public eye.
For sure.
In the public eye. And then things fall apart.
Yeah.
And I can relate to that. Remember, I talked to you.
Yep.
I was married.
Yep.
Got married, started dating him on the radio. I didn't meet him on the radio, but started dating. Got engaged on the radio, got married on the radio.
And it's public.
Yes. 10 months later, I'm getting a divorce, and it's, you never know the twists and turns that life is going to give us. So do you mind?
Not at all.
Okay. Well, Brandi, it is your world, sis. Let's talk about that because you were on a high. I'm talking about there is nothing better than feeling like you have found your partner. Not only a partner, somebody that loves you, but somebody that you can do business with and life with.
Yep. And that's so rare. There's a reason why that's so rare.
Yeah.
But I mean, long story short, this could be a 3-day conversation. Yes, I was engaged. Beautiful proposal.
It was.
Went out of the way. My family was there. Friends were there. Absolutely beautiful. I don't want to say it was fake. I don't want to say it was fake because I know at some point the love was there. I feel like that shifted when people get so consumed with money and greed, and the list could go on. I can say with a confident yet relaxed heart that I was conned. I truly believe that I was conned, and I was preyed on. My ex-fiance stole hundreds of thousands of dollars from me and my family. Locked me out of my stores, moved out while I was in Europe and didn't tell me, just all these things, right? And now I'm picking up the pieces. Wow. I'm picking up the pieces. And what's even worse, I'm not going to say what's even worse about it all is that you didn't just do this to me, you've done this to like our families. And that's hard. That's another level of selfishness and another level of hurt that I can't even begin to explain because I'm still actively living it and going through it. And each day I feel a different emotion. And some days I feel peaceful about it because I'm like, oh, thank God. Like, you did this for a reason. Like, this was not my person. He was not meant to walk this path that I talked about earlier. He wasn't meant. And that's where I find my peace in it all, is that God's like, where I'm about to take you, he cannot go with you because I'm about to take you to levels that unfortunately he can't go with you. The anger in it is that our families were involved and you just didn't do this to me. You did this to multiple parties, and I don't play about my family. Like everybody knows that about me. Like I go to war about behind my family. And it's just so disappointing because you would never, I'm not gonna say I was blindly in love, but when when you love somebody,
absolutely,
when you love somebody, it's like there could be red flags thrown all day. You're like, oh, that's not what that meant.
Absolutely.
Oh, and you kind of taken up for them. Like,
Absolutely.
but the red flags, they were there sometimes, but I would just kind of brush it under the rug. Nothing super, super crazy, but I'm brushing it up off the rug, or I'm making excuses, or I'm seeing like, oh, he treated them like that, but oh, he would never do that to me.
Yeah.
But you did.
Yeah.
And so now because like I said, that peace that I have found with it all, I'm elevating and going to the next level, and I'm excited about doing it by myself and with my family, because you don't get to do that and win. Like, if you're a good person and you operate in love and genuinity and light, the way that this man was moving, God's not going to bless a mess, and he's not going to leave me dry and just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna keep blessing him with his mess that he started, and I'm not gonna worry about you. No, my God does not operate like that. And yeah, it could go so much. I could go to this for days, but that's kind of what happened.
I love how you talked about the different emotions, though, real talk, because a lot of people feel like forgiveness is a one-time thing. And it's like, you got to wake up every single day and decide to forgive, right? And this is not about, we're not bashing a certain person. We're literally just telling experiences. And this is her story. This is something that she's had to deal with, and that you're still, like you said, consistently on a daily basis going through. This is a part of your dash. And when you were in your mother's womb, God knew that this was going to happen, you know? And my prayer for you is that you don't allow it to get you stuck, because certain decisions that I've made in my past that didn't work out the way that I wanted them to, I'm not going to lie, I got stuck for a really long time. And I honestly don't know if I'm unstuck.
Right.
Because there's a certain level of hurt that you experience, especially when it comes from love, that you stop trusting yourself.
You talked about that.
Yeah, I've told the producer of this show before. We've had this conversation as well. You know, it's different if I don't trust you, Brandi. If I don't trust the people in this room, if I don't trust people that I'm around. But when I look in the mirror and I don't trust that person is the person that I can't get rid of.
That's strong.
So you go through life and you start second guessing yourself on every freaking thing. Like, am I missing something? Because like you said, when we ignore certain signs or certain red flags or whatever, you know, because we want to see the best in people or situations, it can literally make you stagnant. And, you know, I want to extend as just a woman. I know you have your support system and all that stuff.
But you're a part of that.
Yeah, it's moments like this that you say, I may not be a part of the inner circle, but God's showing me why I went through what I went through. Because I don't want anybody to feel the way that I did, where literally living years of my life paralyzed, not able to even make decisions for myself. Now, don't get it twisted. On the outside, it looked all good. On Instagram, it looked all happy. But deep down inside, completely just unsure about myself and about just life in general. And I commend you for seeing the light at the end of the tunnel and saying, yeah, this happened to me. You just lost your sister a few years ago. Then you go through something like this
Traumatic.
devastating.
Yeah.
And, you know, not only do we not play about our family, we don't play about our money either, you know?
Listen.
And that's a lot to recover from.
Yeah.
And again, like you said, especially everything was very public. So I'm so happy for you that you now have this new business venture.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you that you said, you know what? I will not be stopped.
No.
And now you are continuing to invest and invest in your family. And what's so crazy is it's about to be popping at the liquor store, girl.
And it's so cute. We're so excited.
Where are you guys located?
We're on Lemon Avenue, 5100 Lemon Avenue.
5100 Lemon
Right there
Avenue.
in the heart of Lemon Avenue. It's a great location, lots of traffic. Super excited about it. It's gonna
Have y'all opened yet?
We'll be opening on Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be opening on Thursday. Doing a big party on that Saturday, but the grand opening is gonna be Thursday.
Yeah, I say it all the time. We gotta support our Black-owned businesses, female-owned businesses. This woman has been through a lot. And I'm sure we could go on and on and on for days about all the things that you've been through. But I just want people to see, do not believe the smoke and mirrors. Like, yeah, we show certain parts of our life that we want people to see on Instagram. But there's a lot of tears and there's a lot of pain. So, I mean, if you don't mind, Brandi, can you speak to that woman? That's your camera right there.
Okay.
I want you to speak to that woman that looks at you, judges you, says she ain't been through nothing. The woman that right now is feeling robbed. It may not be of money, but just feeling robbed in life. And she needs to be restored. Maybe it's a woman or somebody just in general that's watching that has suffered losing a loved one and still dealing with that pain, and they do not know how to pull themselves out. Absolutely. And again, I know you're right smack dab in the middle, so I don't want to put you on the spot.
Not at all.
But please.
I want to be a light. I want to be able to speak light and love, and I will do that. Do not allow yourself to fall and stay there. It is okay to not be okay. It's okay to fall. It's okay to have a day, but don't exist in that space, because what that's going to do is it's going to allow you to stay there. And when you're at your lowest point, the only place you have to go is up. So that's what I've taught myself, is each day making a choice to go up. You know, choosing peace, choosing happiness, be an optimist. Don't sit in that darkness and be a pessimist and think, well, why did this happen to me? Why did this happen to me? God is about to take you somewhere where you could never imagine. And that's what's happening with me. And that's what I want everybody to realize as well, is he does not take us through these times and these triumphs and, you know, these traumatizing experiences because he wants to leave us there. It's to make us stronger, and it's to build us up, and it's to allow us to go to levels that are, in our mind, unimaginable, but he already knows that we have the capacity and the capability to go there. And I just want to say to you that you are loved, you are light, you are all of the things. And I tell myself that every day. I look at my mantras. If you know what a mantra is or you don't know what a mantra is, there's these sayings, and you can write them on sticky notes. I place them on my mirror and I read them every single day. And you're speaking of what they are going to be. Not what you are going to be, but what you are. I am a millionaire. Even if you're not yet. Yes, you are in your mind. You're going to go there. I'm a wife. I am a light. I am an amazing sister. I'm an amazing daughter. I'm an amazing friend. And read that to yourself every single day. And you'll see how your aura and your energy will shift, because walking in positive light and energy and existing in a positive energy field will completely shift your being and everything. So I want to say to you that you are light, you are love. God will never leave you nor forsake you, and just continuously strive to be the best possible version of you.
I love that. Thank you so much. Those affirmations are really important.
Yes.
Again, we're not speaking to things that we see. We're speaking to things that we want, things that we believe in our heart that we can become. Yep. And sometimes we don't believe it when we first start saying it. I did this interview years ago with Tiffany Haddish. I didn't know all the things at that time what Tiffany Haddish had been through. She had just gotten through doing Girls Trip, and she said just that. She said she had low self-esteem. She had been in abusive relationships, you know, just so much that you couldn't even imagine, right?
Right.
She said she looked and used to look herself in the mirror every single day. She used to cuss at herself though and be like, you a bad bee, you this, you that, or whatever. She said she did that for months over time, and eventually she started believing it. And that's when she started going on her auditions. Can you imagine if she would have gotten stuck?
Right.
Can you imagine?
And she wouldn't be where she is today.
Yes.
That's beautiful. The power of the tongue is so real.
And can you imagine if you were to get stuck?
Right.
To the top, sis.
I know. Yeah.
Keep going. You just getting started.
Yeah. I'm so
like you
excited.
said, part of this too was preparing you for a mindset that when these setbacks and these failures come, like, baby, when I tell you, you know what to look for now.
Yeah, and you can't break. And I've said that to myself too, even with the breakup and, you know, everything that's been going on with the business. I'm like, I've been through worse. Like, I lost, you know, one of the best people I've ever known. So nothing can break me. Trust and believe, nothing can break me. And yeah, like we said, we don't want to play about our money. We don't want to play about, you know, business and all of that. But if you can make it through what I've been through with losing a sibling and your best friend traumatically, then you can make it through anything. Nothing will break you.
Oh, I love you, sis. Thank you so much for taking the time to come in and just share part of your story. I always want people to see the other side. You know, we make so many assumptions in life.
Yeah.
And you're so strong and you're so beautiful and brilliant. And I'm not even talking about your outside. like your heart. Your heart shines.
Thank
and you're right.
you.
God is going to continue to bless you.
Yes, He will.
So we got to support. So tell everybody one more time where the liquor store is, what it's called, how we can get in contact with you and follow this journey that you're on, opening a brand new liquor store, all that.
Okay, so 5100 Lemon Avenue, 73rd Wine and Spirits. Also follow Lincoln Devereaux. That is LincolnDevereaux.
They always got these difficult names.
That was my grandfather's name. So
I love it.
That will be our upcoming clothing and shoe store.
We got another business venture. Oh, we don't stop. Okay.
We don't stop. One monkey don't stop no show.
I love it.
And also my personal page. Please follow Brandi Vonne, BrandiVonne. Can't wait to see you guys at the liquor store. I'm holding out to that.
Yes, liquor store, clothing store, however I can support you, let me know.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Brandi. Love you, girl.
Love you.
Thanks for the support. Make sure you subscribe to the Dash Podcast YouTube channel. Also, we're available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and more. And feel free to share with some family and friends. Thanks, guys.